Well, I already popped it, so.
I feel like Oh, how's my bowl spot? Welcome back to the living room. We are here. What's today's date?
Today is January 19th.
Oh my
so
God.
we're 3 weeks into the new year. Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year. That means we're 3 weeks into the first quarter, which is going to end on March 31st. It is going so fast. I go by quarters.
Okay,
By
because you have a
quarters.
finance brain.
Yeah, my
I
financial
just know how to spend
brain.
money.
Yeah, and I know how to save it. And I'm going to
Okay.
teach you this year.
I
It's
know
going to be
you
one
are.
of my things.
I know you are. I have something to tell you later that you're going to be very proud of me about.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a financial goal that
No,
you're
it's not a
meeting?
financial goal. Well, I may as well go right into it now.
What?
So if you recall on either the last show or the one before, we talked a little bit about not letting go of things.
Yeah.
And we're talking fitness today. And I've lost a little weight in 2017. And I was holding on to my fat clothes
the fat clothes.
with 4 Rubbermaids in my
You purged it.
bedroom. Well,
purged it.
I started.
All right.
I started.
I'm gonna
Baby
come over. I'm
steps.
gonna rip
As
you
my
this.
husband says, the only way to eat an elephant is one bite at a time.
Oh my God.
So my 4 Rubbermaids, because Lori looked at me and said,
She's a hoarder.
why do you
She's a
still
whore.
have those things? Why? And my answer was, I don't know.
And I keep nothing. And my husband says to me all the time, like if I wasn't nailed down, you'd throw me out. And he's probably right. But
Well-
I can't stand holding on to crap. It just makes
Okay.
me insane.
Well, my 4 Rubbermaids are now down to 2.
That's awesome. Did you
So-
donate it, I hope? To,
Yes.
Like St.
Yes, it went to
Paul or something?
Goodwill and AmVets and
All right,
had
all right.
bags in the back of my car all week and dropped them off as I
You
passed
want to know the
places.
truth? You look even like lighter today. And I mean
Well-
mentally lighter. Well,
well,
we'll
we
talk
got some good news
we got
yesterday.
Some good, you want to share?
My husband, after 14 years with a company, was laid off shortly after Thanksgiving, and
That's a
we
big
were
deal. When you're over
stressing.
50, getting laid off is like a huge,
Yes.
huge deal. Yeah, getting
Well,
over.
my husband's closer to 60, so we were stressing.
You're panicking a little
trying
bit.
not to, trying to figure things out, but it really weighed on us, as a couple, and certainly him as a man who, feels a great responsibility to
Were your kids
provide
freaking out
for
at all?
us.
Like, I'm not going to have any more money. Like, mommy's
No,
not going to provide.
our kids are pretty good, and one of them is out of the house and on his own for the most part. So we were stressed, and yesterday we got some
That's
very,
awesome.
very good news. That he got a new
Congratulations,
job.
Dennis. We are so happy for you.
Yeah, it was
That's
a long,
awesome.
it was a long interview process, and it's all him. He
Good.
did it, he worked it, and he's very
And it
excited.
wasn't that bad. He was only out of work
It's
for
like 7 weeks.
All right, that's not
So
so bad. That's not so bad. But he probably needed that break anyway.
It's too bad it was a stressful break.
Yeah.
But so
But you
we're
know what's
really
so-
happy. So if I look lighter, I'm going to
That's it.
attribute it to that.
All right, good
Yeah,
for you.
so the stress affects
I
us.
really hate that I have to wear reading glasses, and I'm going to end up having to put them on. But I just want to say Morgan is at home today doing social media for us because she wasn't feeling well. But we do have Joanne in the house, so she'll be on the couch later. And PC is on the board, and he's going to keep us on time so we get to everything that we want to get to. I just want to say I'm back from Bermuda. Everybody knows I was running in Bermuda, and I'm gonna. You know what? I don't really talk about like my craziness with my fitness because I don't want to make anybody else obsessive. I don't exercise to lose weight. I know people think I do, but I don't exercise to lose weight. I do exercise not to kill people, okay? That's why I do exercise, because if I didn't exercise, I would jump out of my own skin and literally choke people. So for those of you who don't know, I sit behind a desk a lot. I run a tax grievance company and a real estate services company, so a lot of my work is behind 2 computer screens, and it can get quite daunting when you have a lot of energy like me, and I do have a lot of energy. I don't know if my energy comes from because I exercise, because I eat well, or do I exercise because I have a lot of energy? I'm not really sure. I've been exercising since probably, I was a gymnast, okay, so it started there. I guess my parents said, she's crazy, she's hyper, get her to do something to focus, so they put me in gymnastics when I was about 9 years old. So I've always exercised, I've always belonged to a gym, I've always liked to be outside. Gym's not my favorite thing, we'll talk about that later, but I did a run in Bermuda, and I'm bringing this up because Joanne Maxwell, who's gonna be on the couch later with us, had once reached out to me and said, other than running, what do you got? What do you do? What do you do for fun? What do you do for exercise? And I was thinking about Joanne this morning because I was like, Yeah, I went to Bermuda, I ran a challenge, I did a mile run, a 10K, and a half marathon. But I'm gonna tell you right now, it was so much more than the running. It was being with my friends, it was being outside, it was sightseeing in another place, it was cheering on my marathon runners who were doing a full marathon. When I was done doing the half, I took a shower, got dressed, and went back out and cheered on my friends. So I engaged with other people in the town. And the reason why I'm bringing it up is because I'm thinking, if you can't run, being a part of the running community is so much more than just running. You could build a website for their group. You could be a part of designing their apparel. You could go and be support at a run and hand out the water. You could just be somebody who cheers.
It's all about finding something to do that gives
That's
you
outside,
a feeling of worthwhile, that's fresh air, like you say.
And it's such a great community.
That's part of something bigger than just the box
That's
that
right,
surrounds you.
that's right. So even if you don't want to necessarily run, being a part of a running group, there's also lots of times there's a walking part of a running group. So there's a group of people that walk and don't necessarily participate in the running. So I just wanted to put that out there. I am a member of Massapequa Road Runners. It's a fabulous group. We have parties, we have trips, we have breakfasts in the park. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on with the running group. So
many of the runs, correct me if I'm wrong, are charity based.
Lots of them are charity based.
For an organization to raise money.
Correct.
And all these running clubs participate in that and help these organizations raise money.
Correct. So
we're going to talk today's show. We have some wonderful fitness trainers here from Coco Fitness in Long Beach, and we're going to talk more about
We're going to talk about exercise and keeping fit. But I just wanted to throw that out there because that was something that Joanne had said to me a couple of months ago. She reached out to me and said, what do you do other than run? So I really just wanted to talk about that and let you guys know that. That's one of my passions. But I really love, if it was just running, it wouldn't be for me. If I didn't have the parties, and just so you know, runners are like skiers. They drink. So there's a lot of wine involved too. Anyway, so I wanted to share that with you guys today about the Massapequa Road Runners. If you're interested, go to our website, contact us, and become a member. The membership's like $20 to $30 a year, and you could just be a part of a group. It's fabulous.
That's great. That's great.
I think Christine's going to announce who we have on today.
Okay, well, as I said, we have Pam and Kim from Coco Fitness today, and they're going to talk about some challenges they have going on and ways people can get started. I saw a commercial the other day. I don't remember what it was for, but it said about January getting a bad rap because everybody's on a diet, everybody's starting to work out. And then now we get towards the end of January, and it kind of starts to fizzle out, and we lose our commitment. So we're going to talk about
you put a great Just Asking,
yeah,
and that was awesome.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about our Just Asking today. It's January 19th, and have you stuck to your New Year's
and you would
diet
be
fitness
surprised.
resolution?
It's really shocking.
We're going to kind of keep today all about being fit. Joanne is going to come and help us with that, and
I just want to add one more thing about fitness. I just want to say a lot of people know I have a neck problem. I've been struggling with my neck with a bone spur. I've just had my 3rd shot in my neck, and I will tell you this: it is a freaking luxury to be able to work out.
Oh, I'm glad it's helping.
Well, I'm just saying it's a luxury to be able to work out. So if you have the ability to work out in any way, don't look at it as a chore. Look at it as a luxury. It's like going to the spa. I mean, I look at like when I can do a run, or I could do a bike ride, or I could go down and do a Pilates workout, or even I brought my little weights, even do a little arm workout. It's a luxury because when you can't do it, you realize, how big of a piece of your life is taken from you.
Absolutely.
I haven't been able to do a lot of things over the last, I'd say, 6 months due to my neck. And thank God for the 3rd shot.
Excellent. I'm so glad.
Yeah,
I'm feeling
a lot better. It was a long road. Let me tell you, I waited too long.
Well, I think we all do that. We wait till it gets to a crisis situation. That was my story. Certainly.
I waited till the crisis situation, and I wasted probably about 9 months out of my life. Not to mention probably about $4,000 on medicine, different alternative things that weren't going to help.
Right.
So I think we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back. I just want to do Lifestyles by Little Guys Gal. We'll come back and talk about organizing something in the
And don't
beginning
you
of
want
the
to
year.
know why I have popcorn
Oh, you
here?
know what? I forgot all about that. Sorry.
Right in front of you. Real quick
Sorry.
before our break. Today is National Popcorn Day, so I brought popcorn. National Popcorn Day.
And it's a healthy snack.
There's a day for everything. It is a healthy snack. 3 to 5 cups of popcorn popped only have about 30 calories a cup. They're high
Wow.
in fiber. They have a little bit of iron. Popcorn has a bit of iron. There's a low glycemic index. It's high fiber, low fat, keeps you full.
And what about with the
Now,
seasonings on it?
Well, we're not talking about movie theater
Okay.
popcorn here. That's got all that trans fat and fake butter poured all over it. That's not going to help you feel better at all. But plain air pop popcorn with just some simple seasonings on it is going to keep you full. This is a Tex-Mex one with a little cayenne and chili powder.
Here we go.
Okay, and a little bit of
that's delicious.
garlic flavored oil just so the seasonings would stick, maybe a tablespoon in the whole thing. This one is kind of a pizza flavor with a tiny bit of Parmesan
Oh,
and
that's
some
awesome.
oregano.
That's awesome. Where'd you get the seasonings?
Out of my spice cabinet
Oh,
in my
you made
kitchen.
them? You
I
didn't
made
buy
these.
them?
No, I made these.
Do you have the recipes?
I will put the recipes.
All right, we have
And
to get
this
better about
one,
putting the recipes on the website.
Okay, our last one is a cinnamon vanilla, and there's a little bit of 0-calorie vanilla syrup on it, and some cinnamon, and that's it. Delicious.
We got you. PC is on
right.
us with the time. We'll be right back.
Happy
with,
Popcorn Day.
With a little guys gal tip. Be right back.
How long do we have?
Oh, we're still
Heard?
live.
Laura's neighbors save thousands of dollars on their property taxes by using Zap My Tax. But her husband filed with the other property tax grievance company. He'll never make that mistake again. Laura went to zapmytax.com and got the savings she deserved. Zap My Tax, saving Long Islanders money on property taxes for over 25 years. Look for us in your mailbox or call 631-889-5500. Or you can sign online at zapmytax.com.
Coming back. Oh, we're back in the living room. This is a radio show, so if I look like I rolled out of bed today, it's because I did. Anyway, I wanted to continue on with the life hacks by Little Guys Gal, lifestyle by Little Guys Gal, little things that I want to just remind people to do. And basically what I'm going to do over the course of the year is I'm going to take little bits and snippets from my lifestyle and bring them onto the show. Kind of like what Christine is doing with Christine's Corner, because she's got all these great little food hacks and all these little things and all these little tips about food, which, by the way, I'm loving. I just want to let you know I made your recipe with the zucchini noodles with
Oh,
the
the
peanut
raw
butter
pad
dressing.
thai?
My son, he's like, Ma, this is delicious. Make it again.
Loved it. PC apparently liked it as well.
Yeah. Did you have it at my house, PC? I don't remember.
No.
Oh, okay. You made it too?
You made it too?
Yes.
That's
well, I
great.
tried. I did the best I could.
Okay.
I had the right equipment.
Okay, but it was-
You made it at the office and you put
Oh, that's right.
sardines in it.
Yeah, I made something with. I love sardines. They're very good for you.
They are
Omega-3
very good
fatties.
for you.
But back to the life hacks by Little Guys Gal. I just wanted to remind everybody. So, at the beginning of every year, like I was saying a couple of weeks ago, I go through a lot of things in my life. I go through my lifestyle, am I drinking too much? Am I doing this too much? Am I not doing that too much? I try to put myself on track, like everyone else. I don't have the weight struggle because I've got that under control, but I have other struggles. I have the party struggle, the eating out and drinking struggle. I have the being too busy to do all the things that keep my life in order. I have OCD and I'm proud of it. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I have OCD.
I have selective OCD.
I have OCD. I don't even have a junk drawer. Okay, I'm just gonna
yeah,
tell
we
you.
discussed that. I
That's-
have 7 drunk
yeah,
drawers.
that's the way I live. So everything is really organized. It's just the way I roll. It's exhausting. I'm not gonna lie, but it's my life, and I'm happy in it. So one of the things I do it a couple of times a year. Before I go on any vacation, I get psychotic that if the plane should go down, how are my children going to manage all the paperwork and everything else? Because I don't want to put any stress on anyone else because I'm out of my mind. And then when you're going away with your business partner, who would be the one that your kids would go to, it's even more stressful because now who's going to take care of that?
Did
so
you
my
know
husband,
that, PC?
Oh, of course he knows. My husband's.
We both do wills like 3 days before
Yeah,
we
yeah.
leave.
It's like a psychosis that I have, right? I'm in my own hell. But and I do it before trips and I do it at the beginning of the year. So one of the things that I do is I have a folder on my computer. And I'm not going to tell you what it's called. You can name yours whatever you want to call it. You could name it, go Scratch. But I have a computer on my folder, and it has folders for each account that I have that's important. So let's just say the first account is Capital One. I have that folder named Capital One, and in that folder I have a document, which is a Word document, that has a link to the website, my username and password, and it also has a snippet of all my security settings.
Wow.
So that if my son needs to break into the account, he knows, my best friend's name, where I grew up, what I had for dinner, and probably the first person I ever had sex with. So
Did
those
you really
are
want him to know that?
not really, but he's going to find out if the plane goes down.
What, that's not your husband?
No. So I have these little folders, and probably about 50 of them. And
You're
it's got
very
that.
smart.
I'm just.
You're
and
very
The
smart.
funny about I do it in the office too. And then what I do is I print that Word document out. I also print out the snippets of the security questions, and it is a little management because over the years sometimes you have to change passwords, print it out again. And I know we're on radio, but I'm just going to pull this up, and I keep it in a binder. Okay, so I have dividers. I did not bring my book. I brought an empty book because I wouldn't carry around my binder. That would be stupid. But I put it in a binder. I put dividers, Capital One, Voya, Chase Bank, and 25 sections, every username, every password, every security setting, so that, God forbid, somebody needs it, they have it. It's also good for me so that when I go to do my taxes at the end of the year, you have to collect those 1099s, and if you get any dividends, you have to collect those 1099s. You got to get your W-2. You got to get this,
all
that.
there.
You need all of those documents to do your taxes. And what ends up happening is if you're missing a document, you end up having to do an amendment for your taxes. So it's really good to be organized, and you look through the book and say, oh, I got the 1099 for Vanguard. I got the 1099 for Voya. Oh, I didn't get the 1099 for this. So before you book your appointment with your accountant, you have it all. By law, I think you have to have all those documents from those institutions by February 5th. I think that's the deadline. You could check it online. But it's just a little thing that helps me keep myself organized. I thought you'd appreciate it.
Yeah.
The other thing I do is in the beginning of the book, I keep a little synopsis of what's in the book, where all my accounts are, how you can get to them online, where my will is, with what lawyer, my lawyer's information, and my financial institution's contact. If you have a broker, like I have a financial advisor, all of that is in the front of the book. And then the last thing I do right before I'm going to get on the plane is I get on my knees, I thank God, and I just update my last little will, and I initial it. I just kind of say, like, if something happens to me, call Judy. She's got everything, and I go from there. So I just wanted to share that with everybody. I pretty much do it for everybody I know, including Peter.
It's very smart, and I can relate a little, and I'm not known for my organization, as I've said, but my oldest son has autism, and when he was very young, there were school things and doctor things and evaluations and whatnot. It was overwhelming, the amount of paper.
It's a lot.
They could have saved a forest with the amount of paper that was used. And this is going back like before the computers. I mean, he's 33 now. But I did have 3 binders, and
Yeah.
one was school, one was evals, one was medical visits. And
It's very
made
helpful.
a huge difference.
And just the last thing is I print out 1 copy of a statement. You don't need the latest statement, but it's good for the person looking in the book to see, oh, she's got 20 grand here, she's got, $2,000 here. At least if you have 1 statement in the book, the person looking at the book has an idea of how important that account is.
Right.
So you print it out once, you don't necessarily have to keep printing it out.
Right. Great advice, Lori. Thank
All right,
you.
so
Great advice
and I will
to
help
start
you
the
set
new
up
year.
a book. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. You know what?
Great
You got to be
advice for the new
your
year.
hiney has to be fit, and your life has to be fit. Because if you have a clear mind, you're lighter.
Absolutely. Well, we talked about that also another time, how when you are more organized, it's definitely less stressful.
Yeah.
You have to take that dis out of organized.
Listen, you don't know stress until you've blown dry your hair while having a hot flash. That's all I'm saying.
Been
I
there,
mean,
baby.
I am like
Been there.
this morning, like out of my mind.
Women of
Any-
a certain age here.
Oh my God. I think we're coming right back with Coco Fitness on the couch. Coming in. Hi, welcome back to the living room. I'm Lori Faye, and I am here with my co-host Christine McCauley, and we have Pamela and Kim from Coco Fitness. Pamela, you are so beautiful. How old are you? Can I ask?
51.
Wow, we're the same age. You look
Yeah.
fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
And Kim,
How old am I?
I actually always tell everybody how old he is because I think he looks so amazing. And only just yesterday we met someone who is 7 years younger than him, and I was like blown. I'm like, wait, did I tell you enough today how amazing you look?
wow. Now,
know,
you guys
fit.
married?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, you
We
are
are,
married.
yeah.
That's fabulous. And you're both on the
shirt
same
off.
mission.
I can.
That is.
And how hard do you work to look as
Work or
wonderful as
work
you
out?
do? Well, both.
You know, it's ironic.
Is it work?
Because we're in our gym all the time, and we don't have time to work out.
Yeah.
No one heard that, but it's true. We're
Shoemaker.
motivating everyone, or training people, or talking to our members and encouraging them, and then we find it increasingly difficult, but we're changing that starting next week.
Yeah.
So for those of you who don't know, and I only happen to be a little bit familiar with it because my partner actually goes to Coco Fitness. Coco Fitness is a franchise.
It is.
It's a franchise. The location that Pamela and Kim happen to own is in Long Beach.
And
I
it's
don't-
the only one in New York State.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I just wanted all of you to know exactly where Kim and Pamela are from. So it's Coco Fitness, it's a franchise, and it's in Long Beach. How did you even begin to find it, and why is it the only one in New York State?
Oh boy, here goes the story.
Okay.
It's the only one in New York State because we're very special.
Okay.
And actually, our it's called Coco Fit Club. Our Fit Club was named the best in the country, which we're very proud of.
Wow, that's awesome.
Congratulations.
Thank
So how did we come about it? Well, maybe Pamela will tell the story.
So really brief as I could possibly be. We all experienced Hurricane Sandy, and that was very impactful. Our gym had closed that particular location, but said we can go to another location, but really we couldn't. Our two cars had been totaled. We were rebuilding the bottom of our whole
Long Beach was
house.
really
We just
devastated.
couldn't deal with going like even 7 minutes further than we would have to. And additionally, they were continuing to charge us on a monthly basis a significant amount of money and said they would debit that amount when we returned.
I know what gym you're talking about. I'm not going to bash
Yeah,
the gym, but
and
I
it's
know what
just
gym you're
what
talking
kind
about
of
because they did it to
community-
my friend as well.
You know, how is that to behave?
Yeah.
So that's number one. Also, on account of the hurricane, we were eager to really get involved in the community, be more local, because we were fairly new to Long Beach. So we went on a Groupon to Coco Fit Club and just loved it. We were members there for a year and ended up like a happy accident, but there are really no coincidences.
So
Yeah,
it already
it's the best.
existed in
It
Long
did.
Beach?
It was in business for like 3 years at that time.
Okay.
Right, it was owned by a couple, a husband and wife, and he had passed away. And we kept going, this is so cool, how'd you get into this? Like, you know, on and on. She wanted to go back to teaching, it wasn't her thing. And she said, you want to adopt our baby? And we kind of looked
But
at
we
each
thought it
other.
was like
that's
a turnkey
awesome.
operation business that we can do separate from our business in Manhattan. And at that time it was, and the reason we got nominated like the best cocoa is because we've evolved with the brand that is ever changing.
So Coco is very different from other gyms. When you go into a very any other gym, it's a big, huge place. There's a lot of people sweating. There's 150 treadmills. People are just like rats on wheels. And I only happen to know what Coco Fitness looks like because I go down there, and Peter, my partner, actually is a member there, and I've seen it. It's very small, and you have your own key to get in, correct?
Yes, we're a 24-hour day gym for members where you can swipe And what makes Coco, among other things, unique, our slogan is we hate gyms.
Yeah.
And we're your gym alternative. We are not a gym. We're a place to live a healthy lifestyle.
Okay.
And a community of people that really are very similar, like-minded, different professions, different ages, different weights, different fitness levels. But there's a spirit at Coco that seems to attract a unique blend
So
of people.
so for those of you again who don't know, Coco Fitness is like a 200 square foot. How many square feet is that gym?
No, it's about 2,000 square
Oh, I'm
feet.
sorry. I
moved.
haven't been.
We
You
moved recently,
Okay.
like a year
So how
ago.
many treadmills do you have in the gym?
Well, let me back up for a minute. Everything at Coco is guided.
Okay.
You're never alone at Coco. So
Because
we-
it's
So
in the
there's always
fitness
a
equipment.
professional
either
there
you're with a
working with you.
trainer or the machines themselves can
Speak
train
to
you.
you.
They're virtual trainers.
So,
So it's like
we-
having a trainer every time.
Right.
We're a small group. We have 3 treadmills and 3 ellipticals, all of which are guided cardio. You wear headphones, and a coach is saying, "Okay, go 3 miles an hour with an incline of this. Now
awesome.
switch it
Yeah.
to this." So you get this
And
incredibly.
they're 15-minute interval programs.
And,
so
well, then
Yeah.
how is it tailored to each person? Like if there's a medical issue, do you do an intake and then you calibrate the machine? Or, explain.
yes, everything is calibrated to your length and your range of motion, because I can't work out to a 6-foot guy, right?
Right.
I would get hurt, and to your weight ability. And additionally, if you have health issues such as breast cancer recovery or arthritis or back pain, there are specialty programs, and we do have trainers who can work with you one-on-one. We were saying that at Coco, you're never alone, because we always have a coach either in person or virtually. But I think the most important aspect is that we're not there to rent equipment.
Yeah.
It's not like a rental car where you're like, who cares if I go over a bump? It's just a rental car. That we're here to guide you through your health and wellness experience throughout your life.
Yeah.
Like just like you said, you know, it's a privilege to work out.
privilege.
It
It's
is
a luxury.
But on the other hand, it isn't. It's a daily function, just like you use the bathroom and you have to go food shopping and you have to go to work. It's one of the things that must be incorporated into your life in a routine way. And the concept is at Coco, you come in, you get it done, you check it off your list, and you go on with your life. Because of the efficiency and the effectiveness, you don't need to waste time. You don't need to be at the gym for 2 hours to
Really?
get
I
the
like
same
being
thing
at
done
the
that
gym.
you can in
Yeah.
45 minutes. Well, you're a gym rat, right?
No,
We-
no, I'm really not. To be honest with you, I
are
don't
you
belong to a gym.
Are you an athletic rat of some kind?
Honestly,
Right.
I'm
You're
an
just
amoeba.
a rat.
I'm not normal. I'm not
She's
normal.
OCD. I mean, you know, whatever.
Yeah, I'm not normal. I do other things.
Constantly
We
moving,
we
constantly
describe
on the go.
Coco, which you'll relate to, as a marathon as opposed to a sprint.
Yeah, you're gonna do it forever.
It's slow and steady.
Wins
and
the race.
Yeah.
We don't expect people to walk out like Schwarzenegger. That's not who we are.
Yeah.
All of our exercises and our routines are for everyday fitness. They mimic movements that we do every day and muscles that we use every day to pick up the groceries, to pick up your baby, to push a wheelchair,
Tracy
God forbid,
Anderson,
whatever.
right?
Yeah. So it's really not a kind of gym.
Yeah.
You know.
And it's very clean, as I remember
Yeah.
it.
Well, one of the things that's so different about what we are, and we describe fitness as a tripod, 3 legs, with your goal on top. So if you have all 3 legs, you have great success. But if you have strength alone, which you can get almost at any gym, if you're going to fall over.
Yeah.
Or if you have nutrition alone, you need the strength, because obviously losing weight and muscle building go hand in hand. If you do one, you lose muscle. If you do both, you maintain.
And out
It's really-
exercise, a bad diet.
Even more than a whole body approach, it's the mind too.
Well, that's
And-
the
and-
accountability part.
Right.
We have relationships with our members, and they have accountability to us, and we'll text them or email them like, hey, where have you been?
Yeah.
You know, you made a commitment walking through the door, and we accepted that responsibility. So we don't want to just take your money.
Yeah, you want
because
to. So does the gym? Because you get a key. If I'm saying anything
Right.
incorrect, correct me. But the way I remember it, Peter had told me you get a key.
Mm-hmm.
You can go in anytime. It's open 24/7. And does that machine that you sign on know it's your key?
Absolutely.
So does it track you?
Yes. Mhm.
And so if you leave a workout halfway, it knows.
Yes.
Oh
boy, it's
Does
like
it talk?
Big
Does
Brother's
it talk you
watching.
out of leaving the workout?
In the key remembers everything,
Oy!
and every member has their own unique website. And on your website, you can track. We can see what we did 4 years ago
Oh, that's
today.
awesome. It
How
is
much
cool.
weight we lifted, what the exercises
That's
were, how many
fantastic. I
calories
love
we
it.
burned. You have graphs that show your progress. We test you all the time.
Talk about
I also-
accountability.
yeah.
Right,
Well,
right.
I think it's important to be accountable. And I've been working with a trainer who I thought was terrific at a little place here in Massapequa for the first time in my life. And I started it in the fall. And having that appointment with him kept me going.
Right.
It was an appointment. I had, never mind that I paid for it. How many people have paid for gym memberships and then,
Right.
just kept paying it and not gone. But having that appointment with him kept me going.
Right.
I had to go, kept me accountable. He kept it manageable for me. So this is a way to be able to do that and still have that account.
Right.
Feel that pressure. Oh my gosh, the machine knows I have to go.
But the beauty, well, also we know, and
Yeah.
it's not all machines. We have trainers and coaches and stuff like that. But the other element that's really important, we have what's called Coco Fuel, which comes with it. So you have your strength routines and you have your fuel meal
Nutrition.
plans, nutrition,
Oh, that's cool.
which guides you, customized to each member. So
guess
it's
I
really a
have to do
complete
this.
program. It's not
cool.
one or the other.
Do you show pictures of the gym on your website?
Yes.
Okay, so you have, because the last time I was at your gym was a few years ago, and it was like a storefront. So
Right.
it's not that anymore.
No,
It
it's
is.
not.
It's
Well, it
evolved
is
to a bigger-
a storefront,
But it's
on the
bigger.
street, but it's almost twice the size.
Okay, so do you
yeah.
have like a little smoothie bar and stuff in there too?
We don't have that.
Okay.
And we do have your fuel,
Oh, you have drinks and stuff?
protein drinks
Yeah.
and water, and it's very cool space. It really is.
I know it is. I've heard all about it.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. I know PC had recommended or told me that you're doing a challenge right now.
We are.
A 60-day challenge. I want to ask you all about that.
It's
Is it
actually a 42-day challenge.
42
6 weeks.
Okay,
Did
it's
it
a
start already?
6-week challenge.
It's a rolling challenge.
Okay.
So tell us about it.
Okay. Well, I told you what Coco is. It's strength, it's nutrition, and it's accountability. So the 6-week challenge takes all of those elements, and I say it's Coco on steroids. It squeezes everything into 6 weeks.
Okay.
It's really exciting. You have to work out with a trainer 3 times a week.
Okay.
You get weighed, your body fat, and your weight once a week.
Okay.
The goal for some people is weight. So it's 25 pounds in 6 weeks.
Okay.
Or if you don't have 25 pounds, it's 6% body fat.
I wanted to ask you about that because
Okay.
I was
That-
saying I would
you just
not
took
work
that
for
right
me.
out of my-
and
my
I
mouth.
just have to I have to jump in on this because a lot of people think skinny is fit. Skinny is not fit, okay? You could be skinny and you could be the most unhealthy person in the world, ready for osteoporosis.
Right, we call
Also-
it skinny fat.
Yeah, because I know plenty of people that are skinny
Right.
because they don't eat and just because you're not eating and you're skinny doesn't make you fit. So
Well, you lose your muscles.
you need muscle. So I'm just on that because I know that when I weigh myself and I haven't been strength training, I know that if the number's going down, I'm not losing weight, I'm losing muscle.
Well, we have a body check machine that measures
coming
your
in.
lean muscle versus
This
your
is
body fat.
fantastic.
It's
I'm
really a
coming
cool
in.
place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Road trip,
you know,
Lori.
It's
Yeah.
not that long a road
not that
trip.
far.
We're here. But so to finish with the challenge, so it's 6 weeks. You get a meal plan. I even brought it if you want to see it, or I can describe it. But it's like painting by numbers. We call it eating by colors.
Okay.
So you got proteins are one color, carbs are another, fats are another, veggies are another. With portion, it's all portion control. We use the same meal plan for people who need to gain weight and muscle as to lose weight, not muscle.
Are you able to tailor it to people who have specific dietary needs, like gluten-free or dairy-free?
Yeah,
Because I'm
absolutely.
gluten, dairy,
Yep.
sugar-free.
Yep.
I can't do the gluten
It's
for
all
medical
there.
reasons. and-
There's vegetarian, there's gluten-free, there's so many choices that you could avoid all
Now,
that.
are
Make it
you
happen.
either of you a nutritionist, or you just know this through the wellness? You've been studying this for a few years with
And
owning the gym.
Feels anybody?
Don't distract the
like
guests.
he's like the dealer here, you know.
He's like the devil on our
Right.
shoulder.
Yeah,
And
that
we
doesn't
teach,
even tempt
we
me.
teach you how to avoid your temptations. We teach you how to change habits. It's again, all like you join a group. It's called the 6-week challenge, Coco Fit Club Long Beach 6-week challenge. Closed group only for people in it. And you send us recipes and you show us, you take photographs of your food.
Oh, I love it.
People send us their groceries. They go food shopping based on the plan. You put it out on the table, you take a picture, send it to us because we don't want to see Snicker bars in there.
Right.
Or we don't want to see no alcohol 42 days, sorry. But it's
big
just,
Oh, you're not
for a
allowed
lot of
alcohol?
people.
You know,
I've had one drink
you
all
just
year.
lost me.
there you
You
go.
just lost
and,
me.
and we have lost people, but we describe it as how much pain are you in to make, like you just lost a lot of weight.
That's my, well,
right?
real briefly, just so
Yeah.
you know my background. I have several autoimmune diseases. And after a knee replacement about a little over 2 years ago, all of the autoimmune stuff flared. And I spent a year and a half getting sicker and sicker and sicker, packing on weight like it was my job. And I had needed
And you were
to-
good at it.
Yeah,
She was very
really,
good at
really
it.
good at it. And I had needed to lose weight to begin with. Anyway, after a particularly bad day a little over a year ago, that the thought that crossed my mind was, I'm dying. Because I was in the car, in the rain, unable to move, and so exhausted and crying.
So that was your bottom.
I think I had to reach that really,
everyone
really
does.
low
So
point.
she ended up losing like 73 pounds.
And,
Wow.
and it's really a chiropractor that put me on this path with
Yep.
a gluten, dairy, sugar-free plan. I felt better in under 2 weeks. I was able to navigate stairs without leaning against the wall for support.
And also we're going to talk about good food in Christine's Corner. And
Yes,
I don't mean to cut you
we
off,
have-
but
we have some good
I
food
want
to talk
I
about
finish
today.
up about their
So that was
challenge.
my
before
nutshell
we-
for you.
version. Yeah.
So if people want to do the challenge but don't want to be a member at the gym for a year, because I'm all about realistic goals, and sometimes, your challenge sounds awesome, and I'm going to tell you right now, I live in Massapequa, I'd be willing to travel for it. The wine thing is what got me. But if you just want to do the challenge, can you just come and do the challenge?
Let me answer all your questions. It is for people who are not members of COCO
Okay.
and some of our members. As a member, you can participate, but primarily it's for people to get to know who we are.
Okay.
Okay, and
Because ultimately you want them as members.
Right.
Ultimately, it would be great. It's a free challenge. It's a huge amount of work on our part because we are, we have 45 people right now doing it, and we are looking at their photographs every day. I went food shop. It's like constant back and
Answering a
forth.
lot of questions.
That's awesome.
So we want to help people, which is our primary goal, have them so excited about their success, and everyone will succeed if they stick to the plan.
Okay.
No question about it. So we want them, if nothing else, to leave saying Coco's amazing, tell their friends, spread the word, and of course, if possible, join Coco. We
Okay.
have annual memberships, we have monthly memberships.
Do you want to release that information on the air, like what you charge for a monthly membership, or is it all different packages?
It's all
together?
different packages.
Okay.
What we really love is for people to come see us because we're
Yeah.
so different. We're nothing that you think of when you think of a gym. You walk in and go, wow. Like PC will attest to that. It's just a really different
Everybody calls him
place.
PC
I love the
now.
PC.
Yeah, I love that PC, by the way.
I
like
just,
that.
I
It's gonna
just, I
stick.
just want to let you guys know that I think it's worth a trip to Coco Fitness. I will tell you this: Long Beach in itself is a very relaxing, healthy lifestyle town. I mean, as much as there's some bars in the East End, it's all about partying. Long Beach is about fitness. There's the boardwalk. There's people. Surfing,
Volleyball, surfing, all that.
volleyball. It's all about fitness, hiking. So this is a very different approach to going to a gym. I'm going to tell you right now, and no insult to anybody, I hate the gym. I get a membership from December to March, and I get out. But I would do your challenge.
I'm going to do your challenge.
I would do your challenge.
What-
So
what-
Christine and I are going to come down. We're going to take some video, and we'll put it up on the website.
Okay, great. We're full right now, but we'll have another one in a couple of weeks. If
Okay,
it's,
perfect.
Okay.
We'll let
Yes.
you know.
Yeah, we'd love to do that before bikini season. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us.
It's a
Okay,
pleasure.
it's
I wanna
it's
talk more.
www.cocofitclub.com.
Yes, it is longbeach.cocofitclub.com.
Okay,
is
and
our
we're going to
website.
post all the links on the living rooms page and some pictures of the gym. And please take a ride to Long Beach and go
Yes.
see it, because it really is a very relaxed environment. If it's anything like your original gym, because I've been there.
It's so
And
even
it's super
better.
clean,
It's
and there's
beautiful.
no grunting, there's no sweating, and
And I always show everyone our bathroom because in so many people's cases, it's like nicer than their bathroom. I'm not kidding. It is so, the fixtures
I have
are,
a thing
are
about public
beautiful.
When Pamela
it's
gives
clean.
a tour, if you don't show the
I have
bathroom,
so
you're in
much
trouble.
pride in
Oh
the
my
whole
God,
place.
that's
You know,
Well,
I
you
take
know
a
what?
lot
I
of
hope you
pride
stick
in it.
around and sit in the audience for Christine's
sure.
Corner, because
Love
she's going
to.
to be
For sure.
showing some amazing food. We will be right back with Christine's Corner.
Thank
you
you.
so
Thank
much,
you.
guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have you heard? Laura's neighbors save thousands of dollars on their property taxes by using Zap My Tax. But her husband filed with the other property tax grievance company. He'll never make that mistake again. Laura went to zapmytax.com and got the savings she deserved. Zap My Tax, saving Long Islanders money on property taxes for over 25 years. Look for us in your mailbox or call 631-889-5500. Or you can sign online at zapmytax.com.
Welcome back to the living room. I am Lori Faye, and I am here with my fabulous co-host Christine McCauley. I don't know what happens. We don't see each other for like 2 weeks, and we literally can talk for like 3 hours because we've got so much.
It's a girl thing.
It's so much going on, and so many fabulous things to celebrate. And I swear to you, you look like you had a facial this morning.
Oh,
Because
thank you.
you really, really look.
It's got to be the
so-
stress
it's-
release.
Yeah,
It's gotta
you
be.
look so happy and light, and
Thank you.
I'm so happy to see
Thank
my
you.
friends because I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. And I'm really excited to announce Christine's Corner today. She's going to educate us.
I'm going to try,
I am
at least.
scared. What's going on under
All
there?
right. Well, in thinking about fitness and eating a little bit healthier and all, and thinking about food, because I have a food mindset. It must be my Italian upbringing. So I decided to do a little Googling, because Google is my friend with everything. And I looked up some popular foods that people would order from, chain restaurants, the popular chain Italian restaurant or Asian.
Not going to mention any names.
I'm not going to mention any names. And what I found appalled me. The amount of fat and calories and carbohydrates in a single serving.
And I was just
meal.
saying this before the show that I'm shocked that she's just shocked
I
because
was
I've been shocked
appalled.
my whole life.
So I said, well, we can do better than this. And the first thing I remade, I love to cook, I love to develop recipes. I kind of missed my calling, I think.
You really did. We're going to have to do a whole spin-off.
Yeah, maybe. So there's a popular Italian chain restaurant that has a fettuccine with grilled shrimp. And it has 1,150 calories in the serving.
Wow. And wait a second.
69.
In the serving that they provide,
Yes,
or
the plate that they put in front of you that
Okay.
you order.
okay.
69 grams of fat.
Oh my God,
and
that's like a week's worth of fat for me.
92 carbs.
Oh my God. Well, I don't
That's
know about
2
the
days
carbs.
worth of carbs for me. I try to keep my carbs around 50 or under if I'm trying to lose
I'm
weight.
a carber.
So.
I love carbs.
So I said, well, we can do better than this.
And for those of you who aren't watching Facebook Live but listening on the radio, Christine's got 3 plates here. The first one, and they all smell delicious. I'm literally going to go into shock like
Okay.
any second. She's
Well,
got shrimp on skewers here.
And that's what I'm going to talk about first. This
Okay.
is my version of the Alfredo with grilled shrimp.
Oh my God, I got to take a
And
picture.
I made an Alfredo sauce, and we will put these recipes up on the website. I made an Alfredo sauce that is cauliflower based.
Wow.
And it's got a little bit of Parmesan cheese in it, grilled shrimp, and it's served over zucchini noodles. Now, if you're not too worried about carbs, you can certainly put this sauce over regular pasta, but of course, that's going to up your carb count. My lightened version, now a little bit of a disclaimer. I'm not scientific. I don't have the tools, but I Googled the amounts of the
You feel confident with
ingredients.
your
So
presentation here.
It's certainly way, way less than that 1,150 calorie
Yeah.
plate that the restaurant will give you. I have my calories here estimated at 183.
Wow.
Estimate.
And there's 8
My
shrimp. There's 8
carbs-
shrimp here, just so you know,
Yes,
people.
shrimp have like no calories. in
Yeah,
them
they have a
at
lot of
all.
cholesterol?
A little bit of cholesterol,
Okay.
but not terrible. The carb count is approximately 12 grams, and the fat is about 6 grams.
Wow.
Now
That is
look.
awesome.
Now look, it is not going to taste exactly like fettuccine Alfredo. It is not chock full of butter. It's not chock full of cheese or cream. There's a little Parmesan in it. But the idea here is about making food that tastes good and is healthy and gives you sort of that feel.
But can I just
of
tell you
those things
something?
you
Not
love.
everybody wants that taste because after you change your palate and you
Well, I
eat
agree.
healthy, you don't want to taste that butter
I
and that fat.
agree.
It's disgusting.
I agree. I ate an Oreo recently, and I thought it was disgusting. And I used
Well,
to be
let's
able to
not
eat
get
a whole
crazy,
sleeve.
Chris.
I
I
used to be
mean-
able to eat a whole sleeve. So
Let's-
anyway, we want to get to all of these. So let me go to the next one. Now, I ordered the last time I went to the popular Asian restaurant.
Again, no names.
I got the lettuce wraps because I thought, okay, well, they really can't be carbs
'Cause it's
in
got
there.
lettuce in it.
It's lettuce and it's chicken, and how bad could that be? So I Googled it,
Ay vey.
and it was 580 calories.
Wow.
29 grams of fat.
Wow.
And 48 carbs.
Oh my
I won't
God.
even bring up the sodium.
But that's not bad for carbs, is it? 48 carbs? It's really the fat
Well,
that's a killer
that's like
there.
a whole day for me.
Oh, okay.
If you're watching your carbs, that's a
yeah.
lot.
How many carbs should
that's a
an active person have a day? Do you know?
I would say 75 is good. Maybe Coco has some better info.
It depends on who you are.
Right.
That sounds low.
Really?
But,
Because I try to keep it 50 or under.
right. But you're like a lunatic.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, at least you pointed it
But
out. It wasn't me.
I had a lot of weight to lose,
In a good
so
way.
Yeah.
I had a lot of
For a
weight.
normal person, for a normal, normal.
Oh, he's not mic'd up. They took his mics off.
Oh.
They can't. We can't hear
Okay.
him.
All right.
Okay. All right. So.
Okay.
So basically,
All right,
we're saying
so-
that that's a low carbs. 50 carbs a day is low.
Which a lot of people start this time of year.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah. Because they go crazy.
So I made a version of lettuce wraps.
Wow, that looks delicious, Chris.
And I have brought the calorie count down to 274,
Wow.
approximately, the fat to 12 grams,
Wow.
and the carbs to 18. And the carbs that are in this are due to some honey. So it's
Okay.
raw, natural honey. It's not a processed sugar.
All right, I'm grabbing a bite. Hold on.
I do have some forks over
That's
there.
all right. I'm a pig.
And it's just a dressing made with coconut aminos versus soy. You could use soy, but I try to avoid soy for myself.
'Cause of the
Garlic,
gluten.
sesame oil,
Delicious. It's very, very
etc.
tasty.
Just in a romaine lettuce leaf, and it's healthy. It's delicious. It's filling. A
Listen,
lot of protein with the chicken. I don't know
Christine
how
had
much.
2 recipes last week, and I'm going to tell you right now, I made them both. My son was crazy for the peanut butter pad thai, whatever it was, the almond butter. So please go to the website. You got to see these recipes and pictures of things that she's going to post.
Okay, I got one
Amazing.
more, and this is the one I'm most proud of because I think
Okay.
I did a brilliant thing with this.
Okay.
So a popular sandwich restaurant that we all go to has a broccoli cheddar soup that's served in a sourdough bowl
Aye.
that everybody loves. If you like broccoli and cheddar, you like this soup. That has 900 calories.
Oh my God.
149 grams of carbs.
Oh my God.
And
many grams of fat? The fat is what I-
18 grams of fat.
Wow.
18 grams of fat. So I'm getting the 2-minute sign. So real quick,
That is beautiful.
instead of a sourdough bowl, we are serving this broccoli soup in a sweet potato that's been hollowed out.
Unbelievable,
And
Chris.
literally all I did to make this soup was saute an onion, threw the broccoli in, covered it with vegetable broth till it was tender, threw in the insides of the sweet potato, whirled it up with my handy dandy immersion blender,
Wow.
and put in a little bit of reduced fat cheddar, about 1/4 cup, and about 1/4 cup of a fat-free half and half.
That is unbelievable.
Just to give it a little bit more creaminess. I felt it needed it.
I'm going
And
to taste it after
served
the
it
show.
in
I'll
the
let you know.
bowl. How beautiful is this? I don't know
Bobby
if you
is
can
going nuts.
see it.
Bobby's like, I want to come out there and eat.
Can you see it?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
we're gonna
yeah.
show all of them.
Unbelievable.
And I brought this one down to. Lost my.
you need to read.
Oh, here we go.
glasses, my
6
love?
grams of fat, 183 calories, and 12 grams of carbs.
Wow.
So, can you
That's
see those?
unbelievable. We're going to post all of this on the website. Christine, you really did miss your call.
Manja, everybody. Delicious.
Wow. Unbelievable. Please go to the website and check it out. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you. I really enjoyed doing this. It was a lot of fun.
Unbelievable.
fun.
So the killer of it is that you really don't need to eat out. You know, some of these restaurants were for, fast food for kids. When you're over a certain age, when you're a young kid, you can eat a meal like this and it's not going to kill you. When you're over a certain age,
Right.
You do this 2-3 times a week and you're gaining weight, man.
Oh, absolutely.
You're gaining
How
weight.
often do you eat a meal like that? A plate of really creamy, cheesy fettuccine?
I don't
and
ever eat it,
you
but
feel terrible.
you feel terrible
afterwards.
after it. You know what it is
So
too?
this is a way to get those flavors. If that's what you miss, and that's what a lot of us miss when we're dieting, is we miss those flavors that we're used to, that we grew up with, that we
Yeah,
love.
yeah.
And we feel deprived when we say, I'm on a diet, I have to lose weight, I can't have the things I love. So there are ways to get those flavors and still be healthy.
And do it at like 1/3 of the calorie count and
Exactly.
fat count. Thank you
Exactly.
so much. We
You're
will be
welcome.
right back with Just Asking and Joanne.
Have you heard? Laura's neighbors saved thousands of dollars on their property taxes by using Zap My Tax. But her husband filed with the other property tax grievance company. He'll never make that mistake again. Laura went to zapmytax.com and got the savings she deserved. Zap My Tax, saving Long Islanders money on property taxes for over 25 years. Look for us in your mailbox or call 631-889-5500. Or you can sign online at zapmytax.com.
I was gonna, you know.
All right, live.
Hi guys, welcome back to the living room. I am Lori Fay here with Christine McCauley, and we have Joanne Maxwell, our Joanne's Life Support for the Soul, on the couch. Should I be calling it sofa? Is it like a little too Italian for me to be saying couch? Should I put plastic on it and call
It's funny, I had a conversation with somebody that it seems to be all words like this, they're regional, and we were talking about pocketbooks.
Oh, it's a handbag.
Or the way
goddammit. I mean, come
Long
on.
Island, us Long Islanders say, it's in my pocketbook. But nobody else
It's
says
a
that.
handbag.
Handbag.
It's a handbag.
A purse.
A purse.
My son's friends from college in Florida, and most of them were from Florida. Purse.
Purse.
Purse to me was what a little gray-haired old lady carried.
Yeah, well, we're getting there. So we are back talking
Anyway, I'm
about
sorry,
all things
I digress.
fitness and the health of the finances, the health of the mind, the health of the body, and the health of the soul. We were talking about before the show, and one of the things Joanne wanted to discuss was when you're going to start a new fitness plan or any kind of plan for your life, but today we're discussing fitness and health and wellness. If your mind's not right, it ain't going to work. I mean, we didn't get a chance to ask Kim and Pam that, and they're going to come back on the couch to talk about it with Joanne. But how do you get over that obstacle?
Well, something I was talking to Christine about before we actually aired. I just happened to come upon this show on, it was a Lifetime channels. It was Fat to Fit, and it was a scene where a scenario where it's a husband and wife, or a sister and a sister, where one's like a trainer, a personal trainer, very fit, and the other one's overweight and whatnot. And what happens is the trainer puts on weight, the fit one, to feel what it feels like to be the overweight
You mean
person.
fake weight? Wait,
Interesting.
fake weight.
Well, they eat and gain weight.
They actually gained the weight,
They
not put
gain
on a
weight.
fat
They
suit.
put on 70 pounds. They
Wow.
put on 30, whatever.
No,
and
they
then-
gained the
Yes,
weight.
yes.
Oh, I'm so
To
against
feel-
that. My
Wow.
OCD would kick into such
But you know what?
overdrive. I would probably kill somebody.
But it was interesting though, because coming from the perspective of this one trainer said, I never give my clients breaks. I make them go. She put on the weight. She tried to do the same routine. She's like, oh my God, I'm winded. I need a break. Emotionally, their personalities change because you have this fit. Like say you have your regimen. Now all of a sudden you're eating, donuts and cheeseburgers and the whole mindset changed. So the thing that I wanted to talk about is sometimes when you're not in a fit mind, when you're starting out, it can be very overwhelming and anxiety-provoking to go to a gym, to start anything with other people
It's
because
very hard.
you're
So
self-conscious
let's
and you
just
don't
take
feel
20
good.
seconds to get Kim and Pam back on the couch. So they're mic'd up, we unmic'd, we remic'd. This is how we roll
But
here
I
in
love
the
their
living room.
I did not know about their program before
Sounds great,
discussing
right?
this. What you guys have, I think, is perfect for somebody
in
Christian
with
wants
that
to
about
do
mindset.
6 weeks,
Maybe?
Yeah,
5
switch
of us
down,
could
guys.
fit in this couch.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
He said in 6
Sort
weeks,
of.
5 of us
Yes.
could fit on the
I would
couch.
love
That's
to do
right.
your
That's
challenge.
right. But
So-
So I think that what you guys were talking
Yeah.
about, because it is the combination. It's not just like you were saying this before, and I know I'm reiterating, but if you just eat well and you have the best eating plan, but you're not active, you don't have the strength or the stamina. If you exercise all the time, but you're eating cheeseburgers and everything, you're not gonna feel good.
Well, another
You
thing
need
that we
the-
do is really try to create a habit. So let's say you want to come to the gym and he wants to come to the gym. And you say, I'm going to come 5 times. I swear, I'm so into this. I'm really going to come 5 times. And we're like, just come 2 to 3 times a week. And he comes 2 to 3 times a week, and that's fine. But you're like, I want to come 5 times, but you end up coming 2 to 3 times a week because that's realistic. You feel like you failed,
Yeah.
and he doesn't, when really you did the same thing. It was just your mindset.
Well,
so when people come in, and it is a full body workout, so there's no reason to come back-to-back days unless you're doing cardio, but we try to set a really low expectation because
Realistic.
Right.
It has to be
have to
manageable
achieve
because if
that.
it's overwhelming,
Yeah, you
that's
burn
the-
out.
The
But-
easiest way to quit.
But there's a key word, which is habit. And I know it sounds weird. And I don't know, this is something I've learned, that you can't get rid of a habit. You can only change a habit. Habits are our brain's way of resting. I don't know if
habits
you
die
Yes,
know
because
this.
it's habitual. You don't have to think
Exactly.
about it.
Right, so it's
Why do
your-
you think my whole life is a system?
There you go. Because your brain's free to deal with other things,
right.
like crossing the street and not getting hit by a
That's
bus.
right.
So we work very hard at creating habits. Some call it addiction, but it really is the habit where you feel, you feel so different. I'm sure you miss training when you're not now because you see what a benefit it is.
Well, I've gotten to the point where I don't hate it, okay? And I thought I was going to hate it. I don't love it
I
yet.
love working out.
But I haven't done it for the last couple of weeks for a few reasons I'll get into off the air. And I'm ready to go back. So I'm excited about your challenge.
Yeah, you guys come in, it's very different. Sorry.
I was going to say, I think that's so important what you said. If you set yourself up for failure, a lot of times we compare ourselves to other people, and right away we failed. It's like, oh,
Gotta
well,
live your own journey.
Lori's doing all this. I can't do that.
Wait,
oh,
wait,
I
wait.
stay.
I got to jump in there on that because I'm going to tell you right now. I run with people that run marathons 15 a year. And I am the slowest person in my whole entire group. I do the least amount of runs in my whole entire group. So on my level, it's the same thing.
But you could, depending on your personality, you could take that and just say, okay, but look at, you see what you've done, and for you, that's a great goal. Or
I
somebody's
don't feel
done.
bad about myself,
But
I
other,
could. I could.
you could. It's a whole mindset, and that's what I'm trying to get at. It's
Yeah.
really, you got to get this.
So
So all the things you're
would
doing are great for getting your head.
Would you say, though, then, that the key is to focus on you?
Focus on you
So
because
Absolutely.
and that's very hard for people, like you said, with social media. Look what everybody's doing, and you have to bring it back to you and figure out what works for you and makes you feel better and you
I
happy.
love that. Focus on you.
We have to
Because even if you
focus
go to
on
a rest-
ourselves. The rest is extraneous. It's the small stuff.
When I see people doing things that I
We're
can't
important.
do, sometimes I get mad at myself if I feel like I could have done it and I didn't do it. But I understand what you're saying. If you have a big challenge ahead, like 75 pounds is a challenge. It's like being
I
pregnant.
started with
and-
30 pounds.
Yeah.
And I just kept,
Right.
it was the first goal was to lose the 30 pounds I had gained.
Do you have
in
emotional
3
support at the
months.
gym? What do you do? Like if somebody says they want to quit, they're not into it. They're 60 pounds overweight and they don't feel they could do it. Their joints hurt. Whatever obstacle they're building for themselves. Do you have like emotional support there?
Well, like everyone has my cell phone number. We're in touch with our members in a not too intimate, but friendship, like perfectly appropriate way. It's not like the experience I had where in order to get our refund during Hurricane Sandy, we had to contact the general manager at headquarters. We're a local business. If anyone walks out, we're going to see them at the market. We're going to see them at a school function
So
or
let
a
me ask you a
community
question.
We're all
event.
about
Only because
shopping
our
local
time
here.
is tight. So if somebody comes in and they have 50 pounds to lose and they have never worked out, what are the percentages of those people that you get to stay? What are the percentages and the reasons why those people drop
Well,
out?
the percentages would be anecdotal because we don't track based on that.
Okay.
But we see example after example. First of all, we know every member by name. We know something about them. We're a small group.
So what's the
that's part of
top
it.
3 reasons why those people drop out? Or 3 reasons why they stay?
They actually stay because, for example, they may have been on 3 blood pressure medications and now they're on 1. That is the most enormous satisfaction for us.
Feeling good is
We
the
have a
greatest motivator.
testimonial book. Like, we have members who emailed us a picture of her on her wedding day, thanking
I
us
love that.
because the trainer got her where she wanted to be. Like, those are the
warms
chill
your heart.
moments.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
that's why we're doing, that's why we're doing
you
what we're
changed
doing.
my life texts and things like that. So
It's all about feeling good.
right. And
For
I'm
us.
the resident psychiatrist, so I don't charge, but I feel the stories I hear, and we genuinely care. So I think that's a lot. It's a big part.
Yeah, we're really, like we say, there are buzzwords these days, but we feel like really authentic in
And you
our...
think that's why your people stay? Joanne,
know what?
Joanne, let me ask you a question. You go to a gym?
Yes.
And are you committed to it? Do you do it all the time?
Yes.
Or do you drop out?
The one I'm at now, I go to all the time.
do?
Yes, I have.
And you
the-
loving it?
Yeah, yeah. I like. I mean, I like the spin class. There's certain things I like that I do, but I feel like for me, and I think for people starting out, it's you have to make your own challenges and your own success. I mean, even with eating, if you go to a restaurant, like I'm a big bread person, I've started now, I'm not going to have the bread or have less, and I celebrate that, like, wow, I didn't do that. And for me, that's good, because if I try to put the whole thing in front of me, I get very overwhelmed
like a
and very
failure.
down on myself.
Right,
So
that's
I
what
like
Pamela was saying.
what you're
I think
saying.
really, we have a vibe like that. When you walk into Coco, people have auras. Our place has a vibe, and it's a great place vibe. It might not be for everybody
Yeah.
because other people appeal to other things.
Correct.
But if it's the right place for you,
You'll feel it.
it's just a
You'll
great
have a
place to be.
success. I'm so glad you guys came on.
thank
And
you for
Joanne,
having
I
us.
really think
Really
that
interesting.
that you need to we need to talk about this next week again, because I think there are a lot of people. We don't even have time for just asking, so we will bring that on next week. We did a whole just asking on social media this morning about, are you sticking to your program? And I thought it was overwhelmingly people are
People
sticking
are.
to their program.
People are.
And
3
it's the
weeks
third
in.
week in January, so that's a great thing. So you know what? We'll carry that over to next week. We will see you next Friday in the living room. I think we're out of time.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Have a good
Thank
night.
you. Recipes and the rest online.
Smells delicious.
Have you heard? Laura's neighbors save thousands of dollars on their property taxes by using Zap My Tax. But her husband filed with the other property tax grievance company. He'll never make that mistake again. Laura went to zapmytax.com and got the savings she deserved. Zap My Tax, saving Long Islanders money on property taxes for over 25 years. Look for us in your mailbox or call 631-889-5500. Or you can sign online at zapmytax.com.